What's up? I'm Planet Platinum, and
For a second, Kraken. What's cracking, baby? What's
this
going on?
is Into the Deep, where we once again did not really plan, but that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
We
We did
will
not plan this at all.
will survive. Maybe,
More than likely.
possibly.
So, Stranger Things, huh?
Okay, Stranger Things. I'm gonna have to put spoilers in the title, but yeah, Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
I had a couple of things spoiled for me because there's those no lifers that watched it as soon as it came out and immediately took to Twitter and
hmm
Instagram and we're like, guys, this, and it was like, bro, can you like give me like more than a day to watch this?
Yeah. I mean, one thing that I didn't uh really like a whole bunch is like the Duffer Brothers said, like, yeah, there's gonna be 5 deaths, but only 2 of those deaths really kind of fucking mattered. I
Well, there,
mean, like they're all important. Like they're all very, very story important, but there's only 2 of them that you really give a fuck about, you know?
well, I mean, there was only four in total.
No, there was 5.
Who was the
Vecna
fifth?
counts as one.
But he didn't die.
He's counted as one.
They say
He didn't
openly.
die. He did not die. I know, but he's counted as a death.
Okay,
It's
that's
it's weird.
that's
So
dumb.
5.
That's
There's four,
really
but
dumb though.
5.
That's just bad though. Because the
Yeah.
lines in the show are, he didn't die, he's hurt, he's hurting, but he's still out there. That's not a death.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, 2 seconds after he fell out that window, he got up. That's not a death.
Yeah, I know.
But
I know.
okay.
But that's what the 5th death is apparently.
Yeah. But I mean, you're right. The other ones didn't even really matter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like spoil it too bad, right? But one of them fucking really, really matters, and one of them is just like sad.
Well, I mean, we could talk about it. It'll come. This episode will come out a week after it was, made. Or
I kind of feel like we should give it a little bit more than a week before just openly discussing that.
I mean, we can. I mean, we've already spoiled quite a bit. I'll just put spoilers. I'll let them know that there's spoilers.
Okay.
So, wait, who was? I watched it last night and I can't even remember.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So are we just fucking going for it? We raw dogging it?
We raw
We
dogging
talking
it.
about it?
We talking about it.
Okay, so it was Papa,
Yeah, I remember that one.
that bully dude that bought the
Jason.
357. Yeah. And then it was Eddie and Max.
Okay, I do remember Eddie, and I for a second I was like Max didn't count, but she did. She was clinically
No,
dead for a
she
minute.
fucking died,
Yeah,
and right now she's currently brain dead with fucking 3 broken limbs. So yeah, she counts.
and blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie's was
Eddie's was kind of fucking epic, but it was so sad.
Eddie's was epic, but like I don't. Yeah, you're right. It was
It
very
was
sad. It was epic. I just didn't really see why he had to go back in there. Like I get he didn't want to run away. I get that was his choice.
because he's been doing that his whole life. He just wanted to do one thing, right?
No,
I
I
don't
get
know.
it, but they were already doing right. Like
hmm
it was going according to plan.
Yeah,
It was exactly how it was supposed to happen.
yeah.
And the
I
one
think the
time that
saddest
he
part
didn't,
about that death was like Dustin's reaction.
okay, that was bad.
Yeah,
That like Eddie kind of got me, but watching Dustin, that's what really
yeah.
that
Like
that was
Max got me, but watching Lucas react is what got me.
exactly. Lucas was that was
Phenomenal actor.
all of them are like,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Dude,
then
did you see? It's all over Facebook, or it was all over Facebook for the first half of the day. Then the internet stopped giving a fuck like they normally do.
mhm, mhm.
Um, did you hear about Doja Cat reaching out to Noah Schnapp or
Snap,
whatever his name is?
yeah. I she
And he
wanted,
immediately fucking outed him.
yeah, she wanted him to get her in contact with the actor for Eddie, whose name
Joseph Quinn?
something like that. Pretty sure
Yeah.
it's Joseph, which I don't know, but what really gets me is normal pictures of him. They look so
They
strange, but
look
as
so fucking
Eddie,
weird.
he just looks
hmm
so natural.
Yeah, no, he looked like his real life, like the actor, it looks like he could be a fucking like manager at Subway or Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, but then when he's Eddie, it's like, wow, that's a dude right there, like that.
That's a D and
that
D playing guitar shredding motherfucker right there.
that's a real person.
Yeah, that is like that. You gotta be. I
Ma-
really want a Hellfire shirt, but I also don't want to pay like top dollar for
I
one.
know,
You
I
know.
do too. Metallica actually duetted Eddie and played with him on a
Hmm.
TikTok with the
Yep.
Hellfire shirts in flip flops.
Yep. Hmm. No, I saw that. A lot of people are freaking out, like, only Metallica because of Stranger Things, and Metallica's like, we could not give less of a fuck. You are all welcome here. Why are you trying to do this to them? Why are you gatekeeping?
Right? I mean, it was such a good choice in song and such good placement.
Hmm.
And I mean, the timeline even adds up. That song in the timeline of Stranger Things came out 2 weeks before that
Yep.
event happened.
Hmm.
And it
So he
just
had
lines up
2 weeks to
perfectly.
learn that shit.
I mean, yeah, but if you really listen to him playing, you can tell that there's some um like he misses a couple of beats. Not really notes, but he just kind of
I didn't
misses a
notice
couple of
that.
beats. I
I didn't
noticed
notice
it
that at all.
a little bit. Like just every once in a while you hear a slight little, it's
Hmm.
off a little bit. And
I
it
mean,
just
I'm
makes
sure it's
sense.
there, but I didn't pay attention
Well,
to that.
I feel like they did that on purpose. They're like, okay, the timeline, this came out then, this is when this happening. He had 2 weeks.
Mhm.
We got to make it seem like he doesn't know exactly how
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
played. Plus, I mean, they didn't
Um,
have internet and tabs back then. So, I mean,
no, no, and that's even more impressive. Two
yeah,
weeks to learn Master of Puppets. Yeah, that's crazy.
it's so
Oh,
nuts.
what was I gonna say? Oh, there's a dude on TikTok that like I don't know, like 2 months ago or whenever like the scene with Eddie playing a guitar on top of an RV got leaked, like just a picture, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, everyone was thinking, oh, he's probably gonna play the final countdown or whatever, right?
No.
No, and then this guy was like, "You on it? Like, look at him!" Like he was showing pictures of Eddie. Like, you fucking think this guy's gonna play the final countdown? He's gonna, and then he openly said he's gonna play something like Sabbath. He's gonna play something like Metallica or like Pantera. Like
Right?
they called that. He actually openly said Master of Puppets. He said that he's probably gonna play Master of Puppets or something like that. And then
And
he
it,
even like just imagine this. Imagine I'm Eddie, and he started shredding Master of Puppets in the video, and that was like a month before the season came out.
so just some random guy called it.
Just some random dude called it, yeah.
Okay. No, I mean, it was the perfect thing to play there. It
Hmm.
just fit. I love that scene where they're trying to find music for Nancy. They're freaking out when they're like
Yeah,
at
this is real music.
the. Don't you have like Blondie real music? This is real music. While he's holding an Iron Maiden tape, like that
Yeah.
was just so. It was so relatable.
Oh, dude, I fucking love Eddie so much.
I I really fell in love with that show. It was a really good show.
Well, it's not over yet. We just have to wait like
No,
fucking like 2 years.
I mean they're gonna have less episodes. They're gonna be shorter. I mean
Hmm.
it's not over, but it's pretty much like in the ending stage.
Well,
And
yeah, it's definitely Endgame. I mean, it was
I
Endgame at the end of season 3, dude.
yeah, I can only imagine what is gonna
Yeah.
come. I
Hmm.
know I don't know for a fact, but I got that feeling that there's gonna be a lot of death in the next season.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I
There
hope there's got to be at least one important death, right? Got to be.
there's gonna be at least one major death to the group, and
I feel
possibly
like
more.
I think Hopper obviously is safe. I think Hopper has plot armor. Uh, Joyce is a
Okay.
good option, I
I
think.
I was gonna say I feel like it's Joyce because Hopper's
Yeah.
been the one that's been dodging death this whole time.
Hmm.
I feel
But at the
like he's
same
gonna take
time, that might make it more shocking if he does die, you know?
no. I don't think they'd do that. I really don't.
I don't think so either, but I didn't think they were gonna fucking like make Eddie die in the worst possible way that they possibly could have.
Well, I could kind of see that because I mean, what were they gonna do? They can't prove to the world that there was an alternate dimension. They
Mm,
couldn't prove that he didn't kill anybody. Like
yeah,
I feel like from a writing standpoint, him dying was just the best option for the show.
unfortunately, yeah. But
Yeah.
dude, there's some like really stupid conspiracies like going on out there because a lot of people just can't accept when a character is dead.
Yeah.
When a character has died, some people can't just like they can't just accept it.
Hmm.
And like a lot of people loved Eddie. They love his character. They love everything about him. So they're fucking thinking they're like he might come back as a vampire.
No.
Or they think that he's gonna come back. He's not coming back. Eddie's fucking dead.
Nobody has ever come back from being dead in this Stranger
except
Things
for Max.
universe. Well, Max, okay, that was I guess that was different though.
No, Max had like direct help from 11.
Yeah.
So,
But nobody has died from anything from the upside down.
hmm
And then of course, watching the season, Vecna's been in charge this whole time. It's been his ordeal.
hmm
Nobody's ever come back from that, and I don't
no,
think they're gonna change that. Stranger Things is very new things happen, but they stick to how it works,
hmm
and they've done a really good job with that. Because of course there's surprises each season and each episode, but they never go back on what they've already done.
no,
So
and that will not change with Eddie. I promise.
no, it won't change. And I mean, there was no signs like with Hopper and the first episode of season 3 when you see them use that machine and people
hmm
explode and die. You see the burnt corpse fall over.
Yeah.
You didn't see that with Hopper. Hopper was
hmm
nowhere around. And then when the Americans came in, they really zoomed in on some possible places that he could have escaped. Like, if you weren't paying attention, you would have missed it. But they really gave you the idea of, I'm not gonna tell you he made it, but he did.
But he did.
He
I
did.
mean, also like he survived a fucking Russian like labor camp.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Hopper is. Well, see, I didn't know he was in Vietnam until like the last 3 episodes when he mentioned it. He made Agent Orange in Vietnam.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah,
just
yeah,
briefly mentions it, and this whole time I was like, how did he learn all this? Like, there's no way a cop did this. But
yeah,
they didn't. That's what I like. They didn't give him a backstory, and then he just randomly came up with this. Like, we know
yeah.
very little about Hopper's past, like really,
hmm
and they
And
threw that in
honestly, if he
there.
was in Vietnam, that lines up because maybe he wouldn't want to fucking talk about it.
Exactly. He was. He said he was like fresh out of high school or something, and he got that. He got that draft card, and he
hmm
figured he would go to prove to his dad that he wasn't a failure. And he even kind of blamed himself for his daughter's death because everybody that got in contact with Agent Orange, had
hmm
problems. I mean, it's a known fact.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I mean, like, not anything directly to you, but like, obviously directly to you, but not in like the kind of sense like, oh, now you have cancer. More like if you have a kid, expect them to not
yeah,
live that long.
and that's what really happened in Vietnam.
hmm
Which not if you don't like history, let alone military history, you don't know that. But a lot of people came in contact with Agent Orange because we used it as a what they call an herbicide.
hmm
They were trying to get rid of all the plants so we could see the Viet Cong better. And I can say maybe that was the intention, but that's
hmm
not what happened.
That is not what fucking happened.
Everybody that touched it
I
was
don't even
fine.
think that like this might sound a little conspiracy esque, but I don't even think that was the intention.
It was the intention that was told to the soldiers.
Okay,
That's what they
but
told us would happen.
we all know that that could have been a blatant fucking
Oh,
lie.
you know that whatever scientist created it or whatever government agency came up with it, they knew what was going to happen. But all
hmm
they said was, "We're just getting rid of the plants,"
Yeah.
and
hmm
and it didn't affect you directly, like you said. It affected your kids, and that's
Yeah.
what really was bad. There's
Dude,
a
I
whole
would be.
generation of Vietnamese people that were messed up from it.
hmm
So I mean, it was bad.
Yeah. Dude, I would be terrified to walk in Vietnam because at any point you could just fall into a booby trap that just never got to, like taken down.
Right? Oh. You're just walking and you're like, I feel like if I take this step here, I'm gonna fall at something. So I'm gonna take this step over here.
And then the other place is like totally fine.
Oh
Dude,
my gosh.
since we're like on the topic of lasting effects of history, like war history,
Hmm.
one thing I want to touch on just for like a second because it might, I don't know, make people uncomfortable, but like the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki,
Oh gosh.
there's still marks of the people that got killed on concrete, like on
Hmm.
buildings in Japan today.
Can you just imagine that? Like, just for a second, really imagine that. A light so intense, a
Mhm.
shadow gets burned into the concrete.
Yeah, yeah, and not
Like,
even faded either. They are like just as prominent now as they were then.
I. It's crazy, and hearing some of the stories, it really it hurts like to hear it as a human.
hmm
It hurts to hear that people that didn't even really understand what was happening in the world were just gone in a second.
Yeah.
And
hmm
I mean, I guess at the time you could argue that maybe it was the best option but hindsight's 2020. Maybe.
What's that? It's horrible but lawful. I feel
Yeah.
like that's how you can describe those bombings.
Well, what they were worried about is we were planning another invasion, just like every other Japanese island and every other island that we did. But they were
Hmm.
like, well, this is the Japanese mainland. This is where a lot of people live. We are going to suffer heavy losses. They are going to suffer heavy losses, and civilians are going to die either way. So their idea
Hmm.
was, how do we protect our guys? We
Yeah.
drop these bombs. That at least eliminates our losses and kind of keeps their losses back where it would pretty much have been anyway.
I don't. I wouldn't say
I
that.
mean, a full scale invasion of Japan. I mean, they
Okay.
would have lost a lot of people. Maybe not
Yeah. Not
like
like so many civilians though.
I mean, they
I
would have lost
doubt.
a lot of civilians. Like that
Well,
it's
I'm not
guaranteed.
saying like civilians are going to like totally survive in a full invasion, but not like whole fucking cities worth.
Well, in a way, we had two cities taken off the map. With a full scale invasion, there would have been a lot more damage to a lot of other cities. And I'm not justifying this in any way.
Hmm.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm just, I guess, trying to think about how they were thinking about it back then and trying to make
I think they
themselves
just
sleep
wanted to
better.
fucking end it.
They wanted to use it. They had
Yeah.
something they wanted to use, and in all actuality, had it not been for, uh, like Russia and Germany really trying to also create weapons like that, we probably
Hmm.
wouldn't have used it.
Yeah.
It was we have it. They want to make it. How do we show them that we have power over them? Oh, well, we have this war going out in the Pacific. Let's just drop it there and just
Let's just
show them.
fucking do it. And then the next day, Japan was like,
Actually, no, we dropped. I forgot what it was first. I'm pretty sure it was Hiroshima first. I could be wrong.
I
There's
couldn't
two
tell you.
cities. It doesn't matter. We dropped one first, and we talked to the emperor, and we are like, okay, stop now, or we'll do it again. And he
Hmm.
was like, no, no, I'm not gonna stop. No. So we dropped the next one, and we called him again, and we were like, stop now, or we're gonna do it again. And he was
Hmm.
finally like, okay, maybe I should back up here. Maybe.
Maybe I should pull my pants down and try to suck my own wiener.
And I don't know about you, but you are the leader of a small island nation,
Hmm.
and they drop a single bomb that takes out an entire city
Hmm.
in an instant with
I would have
lasting
given up after the
effect,
first
right?
one.
With lasting effects that will last
Yep.
forever. We know what radiation was at that point.
Hmm.
And he still was like, "Nah,
Man was stubborn.
dude, you could have just shown me a picture that you had it back then. I would have been like, all right, that's
It
fair."
would have been like,
Ooh. What we should have done is we should have sent him like a video copy of the testings that we did. Be like, we
mm,
have this. I wonder
hey
if he would have been
man,
like,
oh my fucking god. Well, I don't know. I don't think he would have given up if he just saw videos because he didn't give up after the first, so he was fucking bombed, which
I
is
mean, that's
way
true.
worse.
That's true. I really feel for all the people that had to go through that.
Yeah, I remember there was one dude that was like a businessman, and he was
Oh
in
my
one of the
gosh.
cities,
Uh
survived that
huh.
blast, and then went back home, and then that city got bombed again, and he was like, "Ah!"
He was explaining to his boss what happened the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think it was 3 days later he reached that town and went to work and everything. He was explaining
Yeah.
to his boss everything he saw. And then off in the background, and he's just like, son of a bitch. And he lived for another 90 years after that.
Yep.
That's just crazy.
Man was crazy.
Like invincible.
You know what's crazy to me, but it
What?
makes sense. The fact that nukes are not detonated when they hit the ground. They're detonated. They're detonated like what, a mile in the air?
Yeah, they're detonated quite a bit off the ground.
Yeah. That imagine a weapon so powerful. I guess you don't have to imagine because there's like footage and shit, but imagine a weapon so powerful that you can set it off a mile in the air and total fucking devastation.
And there's still a crater where it
Yeah.
was. Like
I don't think the world needs that shit. I think it's a curse that will end up killing us eventually.
it sounded great in the beginning, like we did this. we're on top, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we
It shouldn't
we
have
messed
never
up.
happened. It should have never fucking happened.
We
I
messed up
promise you,
bad
what will bring the world down, the human race as a whole, it's
as
going to be
nukes.
nuclear warfare.
And there's no reason to have them. I mean, we've been
Mm-mm.
fighting wars with men for hundreds and hundreds of years. I mean, millions. As long as people have
Yeah.
been around, we've been fighting with men.
Yeah.
I really don't think there's a reason to have a bomb that'll take out an entire city of people that were just there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At least when a war's coming to your town like that, you got a little time. You know, you're like, oh man, there's fucking people marching in here. Maybe I should
Mm-hmm.
hop on the frog and leap. But I
Yeah,
mean,
but
with that, it's just it's over.
the scary thing about a nuke is that there could be one heading for us right now, and we wouldn't fucking have any idea.
The military would know, but we wouldn't.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't disclose it though. I promise you.
No, I I feel like we should know more, but there are so many fear mongering people.
Mm-hmm.
They have, in a way, convinced the government that we don't need to know. Because somebody on the internet posts one thing and millions of people freak out.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to tell my people that either. If they saw a little article that said there's an asteroid passing the Earth, it doesn't say how far.
Mm-hmm.
It could be millions of miles away. It doesn't say how far. It just says it's happening, and then you got hundreds of thousands of people being like, "Oh no, we're gonna die."
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like a planet killing asteroid and nuke are obviously same level. Not no, not even same level. I mean, like you're gonna die either way, right?
Yeah.
But it's like total extinction versus a fucked up event.
Well,
I feel like we should be told about both of them though,
we
because I
should be
would
told
like
about
to
both of them.
know if I'm gonna have a nuke fucking thrown at my face.
Honestly, with the planet-killing asteroid, I wouldn't want to know that much. You know, I'd want to carry on with my life like a normal day
Hmm.
and just let it happen. Like, not even know. Just it'd be one of those like, "Hey, what's that?" Oh, that's it.
Don't look up.
Well, there's no time to worry. There's no time to react. There's no time to stress. It's
Yeah,
just kind of like a oh.
I don't know, man. If I was gonna die in any capacity, I would like to know, especially if it's like from something like a nuke or a fucking meteor. I would like to know.
No, I got you. I think. Well, I don't
I
know.
I get the whole bliss and ignorance thing that you're going for though. I understand that, but I would never in a million years want to do that.
My mind would just it would run too fast. It'd
Mine would
be
too, but at least I know like the end is coming.
yeah. I know that I would be more focused on everything that I should have done at that
Hmm.
point and not what I could be doing now. It would be like an immediate shutdown for me.
Yeah,
That's
I
just how
mean,
I am.
but see, at that point, does it really fucking matter at all?
I mean, it doesn't
I
matter,
mean,
but are you going to
if we
convince
want
me
to
that it
get
doesn't?
really, if we want to get like really, like deep in the brain and fucking like dig this shit, life at the end of the day it matters, but it doesn't matter at all.
I mean, at the end, it doesn't matter. It's over.
Hmm. Well, I mean, everything we do is mundane. If you want to get real down to
Well, I'm
down in
saying
the
like
stick, down and dirty with it, and everything the human race does is fucking mundane. It doesn't matter.
it's just if you know you're gonna die. Personally, if I knew I was
Hmm.
gonna die, I would be so focused on what I should have done and things I should have done. Not even shouldn't, just what I should have done.
Hmm.
Done stuff with these people. Um, paid my tax. No, I'm kidding. Uh,
Paid my tax. Maybe didn't put up an article on how to make napalm on TikTok.
yeah, not. I wouldn't think about the things that I shouldn't have done. I would have thought about the things that I should have and the people I should have done stuff with and
Hmm.
like, oh,
Like
I should have
Donald
done
Trump
better in
and butt
school.
fucking.
I should have I should have spent more time with my siblings. I should have done this. I wouldn't be like, "Oh, I should go spend time with them now." I'd be just I don't know, kind of shut down and broken. I
Hmm.
mean, of course
That's
that's
fair.
the exact opposite of what you should be doing, but I mean,
Hmm.
it's just how it would work for me.
It's just how it goes in your world. I got that. I respect that. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm not like, what's that? Nihilist? Is that what those guys are called? The people
Yeah.
that don't give a fuck about anything. I'm not one of those, but I respect and I get the thought, the mindset. You know, that
Mhm.
literally nothing we do matters because after we die, give it 50 years, no one will know who we are.
Mhm.
Unless 50 years is being really, really generous. By the way, give it like 10, give it 5 or 10. No one will fucking remember you unless they knew you personally. or you are an important historical figure.
Yeah.
The world does not give a fuck about you. Why give a fuck about it? I get the mindset. I don't fully agree with it, but I get it and I understand it.
Yeah. I understand it. I can see how people would think that, but
Mhm.
I'm incapable of thinking like that myself.
Oh, I mean, yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, me too. Like, I get, like, I've said it like 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I get it, but I'm also incapable of thinking about life like that as well.
Yeah. I don't know. Even though it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, it
Mhm.
really matters to me.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that's what really keeps people going. I mean, have you ever met a nihilist that's happy?
Have I
Like
ever what now?
met a nihilist that's happy?
No.
They don't
I've never
care.
met a nihilist as far as I
Well,
know.
I mean, anywhere you've seen them, and I mean, internet
Mhm.
outside in the real world, talking to one, they're never really happy. They're just kind of going through the motions.
Well, if you're gonna, no, not a lot of people are truthfully happy.
I mean, true, but a lot of people, even when they're not happy, they try to find things that make them happy. And if you
Hmm.
just don't care, I mean, I don't
You're
know.
not gonna find that. You're
No,
not gonna find it.
it would be one of those things where it's not that you're not looking for it, because I mean that's definitely a factor. But since you
Mhm.
don't care, it doesn't matter if it comes to you. You know, you're just kind of like, oh, whatever. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh. We're all responsible for our own happiness.
And
That's true in most cases. As I said it, I don't really agree with it that much, actually.
I do agree with it
I
because
don't.
we're
'Cause
responsible for who we put in our lives, and that's what can make us happy.
not always. Not always. Some people just fucking bust in your shit, and sometimes you can't do anything.
I mean, that's true. That's true. But sometimes you do make your happiness.
Hmm.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah, I mean, sometimes, yeah, but like, I don't, what I meant was, I don't agree with it as like a general blanket statement.
no, yeah,
Mm-mm.
definitely. I feel you there. I don't know.
Mm.
What's the world without emotions? You just genuinely don't care about anything.
Robots.
Yeah, see,
We would
that's
be
not fun.
robots.
That's not fun.
A
Oh,
lot of
my
people
throat.
already are robots.
Oh, I'm getting
Seems like
Jesus. I, the Zuck.
the Zuckerberg dude. His
Man's a
hairline is
lizard.
insane.
He's an alien from the reptilian class.
The one thing that I hate about that guy so much is that he made Facebook, so that automatically means that everyone that downloads Facebook should follow him and not have a choice of unfollowing him.
Really?
Yep. I keep seeing fucking Zuckerberg posts, and I've tried to block them many times, and like a week later they're back. And then I clicked on his page, like I'm just gonna fucking like unfollow him. I don't remember even following him to begin with. No option. You cannot unfollow Zuck.
See, I don't like that. I don't even like him as a person. He's
Nope.
very everything I've heard. He screwed over a lot of people just to own Facebook.
I mean, in order to get mega rich, you have to screw over some people. No one's perfect when you're that rich.
I
For
mean, no one
but
is perfect.
you should like actively try to not be an asshole, even if that's the end goal.
Yeah, but he didn't try. He just
No, I know,
he
I know.
was, and now he's rich. But I mean, like, again, you never see him happy.
Nope.
Even when he's doing the most expensive things, I mean, you never see him with friends.
Yeah, because he has nothing to look forward to, dude. Like, if he wants a super yacht, he can get a super yacht. It's not like, oh damn, I gotta like finance this, blah blah blah. I gotta fucking like, gosh, I gotta not get the good trash bags for like a year. There's none of that. He like, if he wants something, he fucking has it immediately. There's no gratification in his life anymore.
Well, I would have gratification even if I had that much money,
I
because
You could say that, but I don't think you would, man. I mean, probably for like 10 years, and
no,
then
I would
after
have
you
gratification in other things. Like I would.
expand. What do you
Like
mean?
I enjoy going out with friends and family and
Okay,
just
dude,
genuinely.
I'm talking about like pure materialistic things.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I enjoy
I'm like
going out with family.
obviously humans like material stuff. Like not everyone's super materialistic.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying like
I like giving more
Brian,
than I
let
get.
me get my thought out,
Well, you didn't
buddy.
let me get mine out first, so
You interrupted me in the middle of my thought process of him not having gratification. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, right, is regardless of his friends and family, right? He has everything he can possibly want other than friends and family, right? But if he had all the friends and family in the world, then he would have gratification there too whenever he wanted or needed it. Just like he has so much money, he can get anything he wants anytime, anywhere. Both paths lead to misery.
I don't know. I mean, I'm only what 4 years into having to worry about bills, and I would be gratified with not having to worry about that again.
Yeah, but Brian, that would just become your fucking life, and after a decade, you would not care.
I would rather not care that I have money and be able to just get whatever I want than have to stress so much. That
And
is
I
such a
get that. I
killer
get that.
in its
I'm just
own.
saying, like, at the end of the day, rich people have different problems, but it still equates to the kind of same shit.
Well, I don't want to be Zuckerberg rich,
No, no, no.
but I wouldn't do it like he did. Like I said, I mean, we know that he screwed over a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
for absolutely no reason. Like he was going to
And
have a lot of money anyway,
yeah,
and
and
he just did it.
unfortunately, that worked. It worked for him.
I mean, it
Unfortunately,
worked, but every time you see a picture with him with somebody, you can tell that they're just there for money.
mm-hmm.
You just see
Even
it,
his wife.
right? You just see it,
Yeah.
and that I don't like people that screw people over like that. I don't like people
No.
that really screw people over in any way. I mean, it's
No, 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 no. I mean, I have no respect for those kind of people.
what's the
But at the
satisfaction?
same time, like I said earlier, it's damn near impossible to get that rich and not do that to at least one person, whether it be intentional or unintentional.
Well, screwing somebody over. I'm trying to think about how to word this. Playing the game of business is one thing, but intentionally screwing somebody over just so you have more than you already would, it's a
Mhm.
different level.
What if you screw somebody over while playing the game of business?
I mean, but it makes sense though, because it's a game. You get in the game
Mhm.
for a reason. But if you already have everything you could ask for, or you're at least on the path to get everything you could ask for,
Mhm.
why screw somebody over just to have more eventually when you're already going to have so much?
Man, I don't know.
Like if you told me in, but by 10 years time, I would have $100 million. I'm not going to screw anybody over for an extra anything.
Yeah.
What am I going to do with $100 million? Like, honestly, the amount of things that I could do to passively earn income with that, I don't
Mhm.
need that extra.
No. No, no,
I
no.
don't need an extra billion. Like, I don't. I really
You
don't.
and your whole family could live comfortably for the rest of your lives with $100 million.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I I could invest in so much to passively earn income and never have to work a day in my life.
Mhm.
Kids, I mean, of course I would, but just for the sake of the argument, kids, grandkids, they wouldn't either.
Mhm.
But you don't need that extra bit. It doesn't matter. Because
Mhm.
after that, I mean, you have everything you could have, and you would just be getting more. I mean,
Yeah.
there's people with just a couple of $100 grand that buy stuff, and then they just have 5,000 a month pouring in, and that's a lot. I mean,
Mhm.
you don't need that
That's a
much.
lot. Yeah, if you spend wisely, you don't need a lot of shit. No, you
No,
don't need a lot of money, really. I mean, obviously, it's a nice perk, but if you spend your money wisely, if you don't just dump money into stupid shit, guilty. But like, um,
guilty on a lower scale. Up.
no, but we can. You can live comfortably for your whole life if you just are not stupid with your money.
Well, I would rather live comfortably. Like, I want to be the kind of. I guess the word's not really rich, but wealthy.
Hmm.
I don't like the word rich unless I'm talking mean about somebody. It just sounds like a mean phrase. Rich.
I guess. Okay. Anyway, go on.
I would want to be rich in the sense that bills would never be an issue.
Hmm.
It wouldn't even be a thought. It would be everything be automated. I don't even have to look at the accounts really, and get a couple things I want.
Yeah.
I mean, just yearly. Like everybody, I have a car. Scott's got a car. We have entertainment at home. Got computers,
Hmm.
TVs, and then every once in a while make a big purchase. But then maybe just have enough money to go on a few vacations throughout the year. I mean, I don't have to go on a cruise 4 times a year, but I mean, like just
People
go
that go
somewhere.
on cruises 4 times a year piss me off.
People that go on cruises more than once in like 2 years piss me off.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Unless one of them's like a personal thing and the other one's like a business thing, that's like an exception. But openly on your own accord going on a cruise more than like once every 2 years is bitchy.
Well, because cruises last a while. I mean, it's not like a
Yep.
week and you're back. I mean, they last a couple of weeks. I mean,
Hmm.
I know
Well,
they
I
have
guess that
some that
depends
last
on
3
the cruise.
days,
Yeah.
but I mean, usually when someone's going on a cruise, they're out there for a little bit.
Hmm.
At least from my experience. I've never been on a cruise, but I know a lot of people that have.
I want to
So
go on a cruise at least once in my life.
I would like to go on a cruise too. I kind of feel like other than the places that you dock, it would just start getting boring on the ship.
Hmm.
You know,
No, I mean, yeah.
I'd
One thing that's
rather.
really cool about this the cruise ships is a lot of people don't realize how fucking
Yeah,
big some of them are.
they're huge. But I would rather pick a spot on the map, go there, and do the things that I want to do. Plan out the things that would be cool to do, cool to see, cool to experience, instead of being on a ship for a week, docking somewhere, spending a day there, and then hopping back on.
Yeah.
You know, if I have going on cruises more than twice a year money, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'd rather just pick a spot and go.
Hmm.
Like,
Are there cruises that specifically go to one place and then fuck off, or do they just like go place to place?
well, there are because they have some that last like 3 days. Like, I'm pretty sure if you jump on a cruise here, you could go to like Mexico, spend a couple of days there, and they bring you back. But I know they
What if
have
you
some.
miss the ship?
It's kind of fucked.
I've always wondered that. What the fuck happens if you miss the ship?
They wait for you for quite a bit, but I mean, if it's too long, then you're stuck.
Yeah, I mean they have to have some kind of check-in system, right?
They have a check-in system. They make sure they check out who gets off the boat,
Hmm.
and then they have a, while you're getting on the boat, they kind of check your name off or whatever. But I mean, they'll only wait for you for so long.
Yeah, I mean because they gotta go.
Yeah.
They can't just stay there forever for one person when there's like over 5,000 on board.
Well, I know my grandmother took a cruise where she went to like Cozumel, Belize, and Honduras,
Hmm.
and that was like 2 weeks long or something like that. She, I don't know. She kind of talked bad about the cruise. I think it was like the person she went with that just didn't want to get
Yeah,
out and do stuff.
yeah.
Which, if I'm going on a cruise, I'm going to do stuff.
Hmm.
That local food is gonna be tore up, like for real,
And the
for real.
bathrooms are gonna be even more tore up.
Good thing we're at sea.
Hang your ass over the edge if you like really have to.
Yeah,
Like that video that you sent me, dude.
yeah,
Like
right.
right before we started the podcast.
Where's the bathroom? Wherever you need it, buddy. Just pick a rail.
Pick a rail.
I mean, like for real though,
I would love to shit off a cruise ship at least once in my life.
right? I'm gonna pee off one. Like for real.
Why when I said I want to shit off a cruise ship and you said I want to pee off one? Why was I like that's weird?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to like diarrhea off a cruise ship, but I mean, like
I would
once,
love to diarrhea off a cruise ship.
but like
And the fact that
once.
you don't want to do that is shocking to me.
No, because I mean, imagine sitting over the rail, you're sweating. I mean, that sea mist just sea mist is just splashing your undercarriage, and I mean, and it's just hurt, and you're just for like an hour, not feeling good.
An hour?
I'm being generous with the time that you're sitting there. I'm trying to make this sound terrible, and I
Okay,
mean, it's
okay,
just not. It
well,
burns. It hurts. It doesn't
okay.
matter how many times you wipe. It's never gonna be clean. There's
Dude, then
no moist
just
wipes.
hang off the rail and like dip your ass in the water because that's possible.
I'm not.
If you're shitting for an hour, anything's
I mean,
possible.
I'm not Elastigirl. Come on. And then imagine
Yeah,
a
if you were
really
Elastigirl,
nice.
you just fucking dump your ass straight to the water.
But then imagine a really nice solid log that just
Well, that's what I was imagining. But I think the diarrhea would be funny.
I mean, it would
Just
be
like
funny to see somebody hanging off the side and you just hear a little
I've
bit on the
never had
side.
to grunt when I'm diarrheaing my shit out. I've never had to grunt shit out, to be honest with you.
You briefly started cutting out there, but I get it. You never grunted while pooping.
Yeah,
I've
especially
never,
not diarrhea.
I've never grunted while pooping, but I've grunted in between poops. You ever like get diarrhea, you push some out,
Oh.
it hurts really bad, and then it stops, and you're just kind of like, ah.
Oh, dude, but imagine. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to this. You you diarrhea liquid shit off the side off a cruise liner. Then what if it didn't all hit the water? There would be like a streak all the way
Oh
down of shit on the
my
side of the street on the side of the ship.
gosh.
But wait. If you're in the middle of the sea, maybe I don't want to do this. Hold on, because if you think about it, right, maybe the wind would be blowing up the ship.
I was gonna bring that up as soon as you were done. There's a high chance that somebody walking by is just gonna get a face full. They're
Or
gonna
it's
get a
just not gonna come
mouthful.
out, dude. Like, or maybe it'll like come out of your asshole, then like get in stuck into the butt crack, and then like slide up your back.
Oh my gosh, that's the worst upward wipe ever.
It's not a wipe, it's a mess.
No, 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 no,
It's an
no,
anti-wipe, brother.
no. Like that movie. What was it? It's the one where one of the Wayans brothers plays all of his siblings, sextuplets or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with that one big brother that every time he wipes, like it just it gets in his crack more. They call it the up
Mm.
wipe. And they're always like, "Man, you stink. You gotta take care of that up wipe." that that's what that would be. It would just be one massive up wipe up into like your head.
Dude, one time when I
You'd
was
have an
young,
exo spine.
I wiped wrong, like
Mm-hmm.
real wrong. And instead of getting most of it off, the asshole, I just pushed it all into my butt crack and I didn't realize.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't fun.
It,
So now
it's
I have paranoia about that shit now. I make extra sure that I get everything when I
Oh,
wipe.
I do too. I do too. I mean, you got to go all the way up to the crack, all
Mm-hmm.
the way up through the crack.
I mean, if it takes a whole roll of toilet paper, it takes a whole roll of toilet paper,
Yeah, I am also extremely paranoid about that. I mean, and then you got to get like on the outside of the crack, like almost like lower back, upper butt cheek area, and you just got to make sure. I always just make sure. Not that it's ever happened, but I just make sure. I got a fear.
Okay, I'm not that paranoid
No,
about
I
it.
got a fear. I got a major fear about that.
Oh, dude, that chick that you sent me the video of should have that fear.
She has no fear. She squirted all over the wall. I mean, she let it loose. She's had
She
that
let
dam
that
blocked up for
shit
days.
go.
Yeah. Yeah. It
I think
ooh.
what the plan was like that silver toilet paper holder. I think she was thinking about laying a log on that, but she didn't anticipate the diarrhea splashage.
I mean, but back to the thing. Could you imagine a nice solid log just coming out massive? I mean, like the biggest you've ever took. It might hurt a little. It might, but that's
Uh,
fine. But just so massive that you can still hear the plump, like the plunk when it hits the water from the cruise ship. Kill a dolphin on the way down. I mean,
oh my!
like,
On the way down. What do you mean, fucking sky dolphins,
oh,
brother?
because you know that's gonna hit the bottom. That thing's dense.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like down. I thought you meant like on the way down to the water. I
No, no,
was like,
no. It's gonna come down. It's gonna hit the water. There's gonna be a dolphin right there. It's just gonna boom, knock him out.
okay.
Dolphins can't breathe underwater. He's gone. And then it's just gonna, and
It
then
like
it's
clogs the blowhole.
a little piece breaks off. It keeps shooting down. It's accelerating, with water pressure and all that. And then there's just this one unlucky crab that just gets wedged in between poop and the bottom of the sea.
Oh my god. Hold on.
Or, the updraft from the boat. It just flies back up and gives somebody a faceful. But it's a log, so it's more of a
Dude,
slap.
like, oh my god. It's already bad enough luck when a bird shits on you, right?
But when a dude poops on you and he's eye level with you and it hits your head,
It's eye-
I mean,
Can
rails
you
aren't
imagine a
small.
can you imagine a poop like coming back up and like perfectly curving and
Oh
hitting
my
you in the fucking
gosh.
face?
No. That is some what's that movie? Wanted bullet curving type stuff right there. Like it just shouldn't
Mm-hmm.
happen. But I mean, I guess with
Oh,
enough
dude.
focus, I mean,
That would be such a different movie if um instead of guns it was like butts and shit.
right? Oh, ooh.
How long has the podcast been going? I just want
40
to check something real
minutes,
quick.
40, almost
We
45
have been
minutes.
talking about shit for 20 minutes of this
I'm
podcast at
okay.
least.
I'm okay
I'm
with
okay with
that.
that too. The
That's
poop podcast
I guess that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Stranger Things spoilers and poop.
and cruise line pooping.
Cruise line, right? Do okay.
I don't want to stop talking about this. I
Do,
just had to be sure.
do cruise ships have like a solid waste system, or does it just go in the ocean?
I would imagine it would go right in the
Like,
ocean.
are we just
Well,
dropping bombs on fish the entire like every flush is a new bomb to a fish. Like it's just coming.
I love that idea, but they probably have a system.
I'm gonna look it up. What if they just have multiple holes under the ship for like every toy they have?
That would be fucking
And
crazy.
it's just like right after the lunch special with all that bad shrimp.
It's like the acorns on Willy Wonka or
Cruise.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see.
No, I would think like in
Cruise
case
ship
someone flushes something illegal or something they
solid
shouldn't have,
waste
they would want to be able to like recover that, which would be fucking disgusting.
No, they
but-
wouldn't want to recover it. You know they wouldn't want to recover it.
A murder weapon? The
Nah,
cops
who
would
needs
do
that? Who needs that?
Yeah, it's covered in poo poo doo doo.
Um, let's see. Oh, so there is an updraft because look at this nice little article. Carnival, the cruise liner, doesn't want cigarette butts thrown over because they could blow back up onto the ship and start a fire.
So this shit thing's not it's not a theory anymore, it's scientific probability.
Yes. So that was one thing. Let's see.
Dude, the Carnival Cruise Line poo poo doo doo incident of 1995.
The Telegraph in the UK. What happens when you flush the loo on a cruise ship? That is bright. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, dude, looks like you got flashbang.
I did. That hurt my eyes. I don't pay for that. Okay, let's see. Waste management. This is scientific, bro. Management.
What happens when
on
you
a
flush the loo?
cruise ship. Oh,
I want to flush the loo.
I don't want a video. I want you to tell me.
Dude, a video would be kind of rad.
Uh
Well, no, because I'd hear that audio on the podcast.
oh. I'm not gonna give company names, but apparently there was a company fined 40 million for illegal dumping of plastic. So I'm gonna assume here, since I can't find like how it works, if they're dumping plastic into the ocean, there's a high chance that they might have a tank where poop just collects, and then once it hits like a fill line, it just starts
Bro.
spewing over.
You cannot fucking say illegal dumping like in this context. That shit killed me.
What?
Illegal
Happens when
dumping.
you poo on a cruise ship. I spelled cruise ship wrong, but that doesn't matter. That
What
doesn't
happens
matter.
if you poo on a cruise ship?
Okay. If you're one of the 20 million people a year that sit on a cruise ship toilet seats, chances are you spend at least a fleeting moment wondering exactly what happens when you flush the loo. Does raw sewage just go straight into the ocean, or does it get stored somewhere and released somewhere else? Or does it all stay on the ship until you get back home? Or,
God,
as
I
a
hope not
cruise
that third
passenger
one.
friend of this journalist once remarked, is there a gross reason why the top deck is known as the poop deck? Oh my gosh. No, that's just a nickname via the French word for storing, la poupe.
La poop. Uh-huh.
La poop.
Put the la poop on the la poop deck.
Let's see. Oh my gosh.
French people wilding out here.
It wasn't so long ago that sewage was thrown overboard. Oh my
Thrown
gosh.
overboard?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, what about the updraft though?
I guess you just had to catch the wind at the right moment.
Predict Mother Nature so you don't get shit in your mouth.
Ah, dang it. Man, that's bullshit. They have water treatment facilities on the ship. It doesn't go into the ocean. What?
I wanted my poop
happens
corn to fucking be eaten by
when
pufferfish,
you
dude.
poop
I'm mad.
on a plane? Not bee pop, poop. Be poop. Uh oh, planes have a vacuum on the toilet, so when you flush it, it just comes shooting out. Oh
Have you ever shit on a plane?
no, I've been on planes, but I've never had to use the restroom on the plane.
Next time you're on a plane, shit.
I
Take a
will.
shit.
I'll get on a plane just to poop. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like it very much because I can guarantee it's probably not the most sanitary place. And I'm a big dude. Can you imagine me crawling into that little old bathroom? That'd be like a mammoth trying to hump a dog. It just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't
It could
work.
work.
It just wouldn't
It
work.
could work.
I'm not
It
gonna
could
fit.
work. I've
I'm
seen it work. It happened to my buddy Kyle one.
his. Did the mammoth get his dog or him?
Both. One after another, fucking lined up for him. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's a mammoth.
I mean, you're right. You're right.
Fucking throw ice at it, hope it freezes.
Go back to your home.
Go back in the ground where you belong, mammoth.
Dude, I need to get on a plane and poop now.
Did you hear about that mammoth? We can keep talking about poop. I just since we're talking about mammoths, that baby mammoth that like was almost perfectly preserved that they found.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about
did.
that?
That was crazy.
That's pretty cool.
That was really cool.
See, I wouldn't mind bringing mammoths back with like DNA shit, but dinosaurs, it'd be cool, but I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay, it's not a good idea, but it's gonna happen, so I might as well try to enjoy it. I mean,
Dog, there are movies.
no,
We've
no, I
had
get
this
it.
argument.
I get it.
It's not an argument. We've had this discussion.
I, I get it. I get it. But there's only one thing on my mind right now, and it's pooping in an airplane toilet. Because dude, what if you like? No, you couldn't do that. That's gross. I was gonna say attach a GoPro to the poop so you could see what happens, but I mean that's kind of.
It doesn't matter if it's gross.
I mean that's
Do
true.
it.
Wouldn't you just want to see the live feed of it tumbling down? Like, what if it smacks a guy on the head?
Dude,
Like, wouldn't that be
do
nuts?
planes go up high? Like, wouldn't it freeze on the way down?
It would. So it'd be a solid block of poop. It'd be that thing, the Alaskan pipeline, but without the pipe. It'd just be the line.
If you guys don't know what an Alaskan pipeline is, look it up. Or
Yeah,
don't.
go to Urban
Do
Dictionary and
definitely
look it up.
do look it up. Alaskan fucking. I haven't heard that shit in a bit.
Yeah. So I mean,
Oh my
obviously you
God.
put that in something to freeze it, right? But if you don't put it in something, then it's just the pipe. It's just the oil. It's just the oil. There's no pipeline. It's just the Alaskan.
The Alaskan bullworm.
I mean, can you imagine if it perfectly slapped some unlucky man across the face coming down? At the height that it's dropped, it'd probably drill a hole in this man's head, a frozen poop turd coming
I'm
down at the
surprised
speed of
it's not a bigger
sound.
problem.
Have
People died
been
from
hit
airplane
from
poop.
airplane poop. I hate when that happens. I had to spit bubble for a second. It's kind of gross.
Oh yeah, I love when that happens, dude. Yummy nutrition.
Nutrition. There's nothing nutritious about it, bro.
You all know that.
What is a Canadian woman claims she was inundated with poop that fell from an airplane? What? What does inundated mean?
You got Google, man. You got the fucking world at your fingertips right now.
Just gonna copy and paste that motherfucker. The meaning of inundate is overwhelm.
Oh no!
She was
She
overwhelmed with
overwhelmed by
poop.
airplane poop.
This
Oh
is
my
the
God.
gift that keeps on giving.
Dude, when you start talking about poop and stuff, poop and stuff,
Poop and stuff.
it never stops being funny.
A
Poop is
can-
always funny.
A Canadian woman says that she and her son were hit by poop that she thinks must have fallen from an overhead airplane as they were driving through British Columbia.
What if it was a really big bird?
Oh, no, no.
A really big bird with a really bad diet.
Guy said that her doctor found human feces in her eyes and diagnosed her with pink eye. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're just walking down like a street with your kid and you get fucking pink eye from airplane poop.
3 other Canadian residents reported similar incidents around the same time period. It's a mass airplane poop attack.
Dude, they're fucking aiming for people at that point.
Uh,
Dude, could you imagine if like in an airplane they had like a little scope that went through the floor so you could like look straight down and like there was a targeting system?
oh my gosh, like World War II bomber type thing. You look through the
Yeah, yeah,
telescope,
yeah.
line it up, pre-fire. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I would love that so much.
They say this was the worst experience of their life.
Well, no shit.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
try to live your life and
Oh.
you get inundated with fucking American airline fucking pooping stuff.
But this is so much better. It's like the same article but like a different headline.
Uh
Um Person's name and her son were driving through city when they were suddenly splattered in what appeared to be human feces. Splattered. Splattered. They were inundated with shit falling from the sky. There was so much of it that it was covered, that I was covered and my car was covered. It got in my mouth, it got in my eye, my mouth, and my hair. My son got it on his face and his shirt. It smelt like poop. But there was also a hint of chlorine. It was the strangest smell. What is going on in
wait,
Canada?
it got her car?
It
Was she
splattered
in
the
her
car.
car?
I don't.
Okay, well maybe if she wait, I wonder if the windows were rolled down or if the sheer force of the poop like like broke her windows.
Well, they had to be standing next to it because they said she got covered, her son got covered, and the car got covered. And I mean, any amount of falling poop is enough to be, I mean, bad, right? I mean,
Uh,
splattered. Her eye became red and swollen and was diagnosed with conjunctivitis.
which is pink
Pink
eye,
eye,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I just I just love how other people reported it too. It's not clear
Yeah.
where the human's feces came from. It's pretty clear it came from the sky.
It's like Chicken Little. The sky is shitting. The
The
sky
sky
is
is
shitting.
big. Oh, man gets covered in poop. That was in 2018. This is in 2021. Man gets covered in poop. Dropped from plane flying above his English home. Okay, I gotta read this first part of the article. A man was relaxing in the sun in his backyard in Windsor earlier this year when a plane overhead dropped toilet waste, including feces, all over him and his outdoor furniture. A counselor revealed during a community meeting first reported over the weekend. Saturday, that insider reported Saturday that the plane discharged sewage over the man's backyard in July. His whole garden was splattered in a very unpleasant way. He was out in his garden at the time and it was a really horrible experience. The local lawmaker said his whole garden umbrellas, and him were completely covered in poop. It's
Oh,
absolutely dreadful.
absolutely dreadful. That is the most UK shit I've ever heard. You're talking about literally getting like shit dumped on you in your own
Oh
backyard from
my
a plane. You're like,
gosh.
this is dreadful. It's
I
absolutely dreadful.
I thought someone had crashed their scooter outside. There was a big whirring noise and a huge thud, so I looked out the window and there was a lump of ice on the floor.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. We were just thankful no one was walking past and nobody got hit by it.
Damn it. Fuck. It's way more interesting when people get hit with.
The way you said damn it sounded exactly like the irresponsible dad from Happy Wheels when the son dies. Damn it.
Damn it.
That was
Dude,
so
same.
good. That was so good.
I'll have to watch this podcast then, dude. What's the timestamp? What's the timestamp, dude?
58.
50. Oh, damn, really? Already?
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh
time
my
flies
gosh.
when you're talking
Oh
about
my
shit.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Are you ready for this next one?
Yeah, yeah.
Plane's frozen poo bomb smashes hole in couple's roof after being flushed from passenger jet.
A shit missile.
Oh. A shitzel.
A shit missile. An
Or
actual for real fucking shit missile.
or if you like the classic Vietnam era like commander, a shitzow. I don't know why they said that. We need to shoot that missile.
Dude, fucking-
He, he's
Dude, no, the worst part about it is like, was it a trailer or a home? I didn't really.
home, like
Okay,
full home.
the worst part about that is what happened when it thawed out.
Oh, you're right. I
A
didn't even think
shit
about that.
missile. Now you got a hole in your roof and shit in your house.
A retired couple got a bolt from the blue when a large chunk of poo smashed a hole in their roof after being flushed from a toilet on a plane.
Chunk of
Um,
poo. I love the way that's worded.
they were shaken
One
up
chunk of
as
poo,
urine and
please.
feces, which had frozen as it sped from the jet about 30,000 feet overhead, hit their home with an almighty bang.
Almighty.
Imagine thinking somebody shooting a gun, the world's ending, your kid just died in the next room or something, and it's just
Nope,
a
shit.
poo
It's
bomb.
it's a shit soul. Dude, there's something about this topic that I cannot get over.
I love. They rushed. The 70-year-old man rushed outside at 9 a.m. thinking a car had. There had been a car accident.
He rushed outside, but the problem was contained within his home.
He saw smashed roof tiles over the road and a hole of about 3 feet long and 2 foot wide in the roof. Fragments of the ball of poo each weighed about 1 pound and were 7 inches long. Somebody blew it up and then bombed this poor man's house.
Okay, are you insured when that kind of stuff happens?
No,
Or is that like an act of God?
I mean, State Farm. That they know a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two. So I'm
I thought
sure.
that was farmers.
Yeah, State Farm, farmers. That look of disapproval, just yes,
No,
of
we know a thing
frozen
or
poo ball.
frozen schnitzel, dude. And it's like a Call of Duty kill streak. Schnitzel inbound. Tactical
Oh,
schnitzel inbound.
the
It might not kill them, but they'll be really stinky.
instead of the Moab, you get the Schnitzel.
Instead of a tactical nuke, it's just a really big
It's
schnitzel.
just a really big. What was it? Yeah, let me get the stats on this again. Let me get the specs. Um, it's just a big 3 foot long and 2 foot wide poop bomb.
Oh my fucking god.
I see that's the part I don't like reading right there. Fragments of the ball of poo each weighed about 1 pound and were 7 inches long. How many
You
poo fragments were there? There were so many that they weighed them out and then said they all weighed about the same and all were the same length. So did it hit the roof and then splatter like a hollow point bullet? Like just oh, I get it. It was a cluster poo.
it was a cluster strike. Okay.
It
Oh
hit the
my
roof.
fucking
As it
god.
hit the roof, it went. Dude, good thing
Tactical
their dog
schnitzel
wasn't in that
inbound.
room.
A bad thing their dog wasn't in that room. It'd be a funnier story.
Probably would have killed the dog, then melted in the dog, and then it would just smelled like poo.
I really hope they got most of it out before that shit started melting.
Dude, I don't know about you, but if I see frozen poo balls come through my ceiling and I walk up and go, smells like poop, I'm pretty sure the first thing I'm gonna do is like grab a shovel and just throw them out the window.
If it's frozen enough, you don't even really need a shovel. Just wash your hands afterwards.
I, you're right. You're right.
That would be the grossest, but definitely most efficient way of doing that.
I think what bothers me the most there is that you are right, and there's
hmm
really nothing wrong with it other than it's gross.
hmm
But I can't think of anything that no
That you would want to do less in this world.
like like can you imagine if that was a regular occurrence at their house and their grandson comes over and they're like, go grab the poo bombs, go get them poo fragments,
I'll get
came
the
through this
shit
morning.
bomb,
Instead of the
Jimby.
newspaper in the morning, they get their local delivery of poo.
Oh, yummy.
So
They're just trying to get some dinner.
we're at about an hour and 4 minutes. We can continue or or we can stop it. It's all up to you.
Let's go for like another 10 minutes.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can do 2 minutes. I just looked at the time.
Okay.
Uh, gee. Or we can go for We can go forward the 10 minutes because I feel like another 6 minutes of poo talk is perfect.
Okay. Let's do that.
Oh my
I'm cool with
gosh,
that.
dude! I don't. I Okay, see that's what's scary too. It didn't say shingles; it said roof tiles. So I'm assuming they were
Uh,
like those ceramic, or not ceramic, like the clay tiles.
oh, you mean like the terracotta shit?
Yes.
Dude, do you understand the amount of force? I mean, I guess it's like frozen shit falling from third. Like that, it definitely hit terminal velocity, right?
Yeah,
It had to
it
have.
had
It's
to.
impossible for it to have not have.
Well, and you got to remember, it gets flushed from a vacuum too, so it's getting propelled out and then
So
falling
it has like
30,000 feet.
even if it was like just like dropped, it would still probably reach terminal velocity. It just is hitting it faster.
That's kind of scary, dude. You got to watch out for the poo bombs.
You do. Like I'm actually almost kind of scared of.
Can you like? I'd be afraid to go outside my house for a while.
Yeah,
Like
you would
honestly,
have to. You know, it'd be so horrible, but just so funny
what?
if it happened to one of us during this podcast.
Honestly, I don't think I'd be able to go to bed. I'd be up all night thinking about it. Be like, I
Like
can't.
we started talking about the most obscure stuff, and it happens. Oh no!
Oh,
I don't like that face.
yeah, because it's worse than the last one. Suspected human feces falls from plane onto family's home.
I'm sorry, you're cutting out. What'd you say?
Suspected human feces falls onto human family's home. Here, where was it? Where was that shit? Oh man, where was it? I just saw it. I scrolled up and now I can't see it, but I just
God,
saw it.
Brian, you're messing this shit up.
I am messing it up. Oh, residents of an Indian village near New Delhi were mystified by a large ball of ice that fell from the sky,
Mystified,
creating a hole a foot deep in a wheat field.
dude. Wheat field easy. That's just extra fertilizer.
It's extra poopalizer, dude. Like, oh my gosh.
Fertilizer. I don't know, man. I think the wheat in that one specific spot's growing really good now.
Well, I mean, here's my thing, right? If you use poop to fertilize your garden or whatnot, you know where it comes from, right? But
Cows.
well, yeah,
Most
but
of the time, it's
like
cows.
unless you're like one of those people that self fertilizes and whatnot, you know where the
Mhm.
poop's coming from. If you just let that ice ball of poop sit there, you
You could make some mutant wheat, dude.
I feel like you could taste the person that it came from.
No, dude, no.
I
You
feel
can't
like
taste the fucking cow. I mean, maybe we
no.
can. Maybe we can. We just don't realize.
Maybe we've just always tasted the cow, and we just don't realize
Okay,
it
look, man.
anymore.
We've both been alive for 21 years. I
Uh,
promise you, there is a very high chance that we've eaten something that has been grown in human shit fertilizer.
oh, I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
And if you guys are over the age of, I was gonna say 10, like what the fucking 9-year-olds. No, if you're, what are you looking at me like that for?
No, Ashton walked in eating God knows what, made direct eye contact with me.
Oh, okay.
I just saw. I was like, bro, the you
Man's got an
good?
inhaler. No, but if you're over the age of like 17 or 18, you've almost definitely eaten human shit fertilized food.
I
Promise you.
guaranteed, guaranteed. I'm sure there's farmers out there that are like, whoa. Well, we ain't need
Wow.
no sewage system. Just go out in the yard and take a shit and plant a
Why wouldn't they
seed
have a
on it.
sewage system, dog? Most farmers are rich as hell.
I mean, yeah, but I'm sure there's some that aren't that rich that are just like, let's just go poop in the hole and then bury like seed on it.
Okay, well,
And that's what
yeah,
they
I'm sure.
do.
Like, no matter how rich you are, man, if you're far away from a and you gotta go, you gotta go.
Oh, you're gonna. I'd blow it up.
I
I'd
would
blow
blow
it
that
up.
shit up too. Yeah.
I mean, I've had an instance where that happened to me one time.
Hmm.
I was with my mom. Well, I was living with my mom, but all the bathrooms were taken up. There were two bathrooms. They were taken up, and I had to go. Like not like kind of had to go and could wait. Like I mean, like running to the toilet was almost not even an option. and I knew they were
Okay,
taking
yeah.
up because my mom had gone in, and like, I don't know if it was my brother, but I know somebody came in and they were like, "Oh, she's in there. I'll go to the other one," and
I'm
I went,
sorry, what? Like, that you're after your brother walked in and what now?
"Oh, I don't know if it was my brother who asked, but somebody walked in right after my mom went in and said, "Oh, I'll go to the other one," and I went. So I quickly just went to the backyard and I was like, "It's happening. It's happening.
Oh
It's
no.
happening."
You
And it
shit in your
happened.
own
I
backyard?
had to. I had to. Wasn't gonna do it in my pants. I'm
You
not a
should
beta.
have. What'd you use to wipe? Mother Nature? The grass?
Oh, I took toilet paper outside with me.
Okay, at least you were like, dude, what if one of your
I'm pretty
neighbors
sure
saw
that's
you?
what I remember. I mean, it could be just be a false memory that my brain's trying to piece together, so
You're
I don't remember.
so traumatized that you made up fake information just
Well,
to
I mean,
feel better.
it's either do that or poop my pants. And I mean, pooping outside and then going inside to clean up
Hmm.
is arguably the best way to go there. I know it sounds gross, but I mean, poop in your pants and deal with it until somebody gets out of the bathroom, or go outside and just deal with the cleanup afterwards.
Okay, yeah, that's a better option for
I
sure.
mean, especially when you're squatting and you force it out. I mean, there's probably not gonna be much cleanup anyway. It wasn't even like a bad like stomach pain type of turd. It was just it came.
It was knocking.
It was knocking on heaven's door, and I opened it up.
That thing was knocking on heaven's door. It was chocolate. It was you were prairie dogging, dude. Painting like you were Pablo Picasso in your underwear probably the
Not
whole time out there.
Pablo Picasso, Pablo, Jesus Christ, Pablo
Pablo
Picasso,
Pablo Popossum.
Possum. No, that back fence is all covered up now.
Oh my,
Went
you
over
did it
there.
on the fence?
No, I was just
Okay.
did some splatter art, if you will.
Oh God, I feel
Finger
like I would have
paint.
shit on the fence just out of curiosity.
It's just finger paint.
Dude, no, you would stick your finger in your ass and then
Oh, okay. We're at that mark. We're gonna end it here and
damn,
stop talking about
fuck.
poop.
Dude, that whole fucking podcast.
We talked for about 20 minutes about other stuff, and once we hit the
And
25
immediately
minute
went to
mark,
poop.
once we hit about the 25-minute mark, almost 30-minute mark, we immediately went to poop. So there's a good 40 minutes of poop talk.
Yeah, you've got to label this
But
poop
oh, I will.
episode.
I will. I'll get that all taken care of. So we're gonna end up here. We'll see you guys next week. Don't forget
Yes,
to
as
follow all
always.
our
Probably talk about.
socials and
Sorry. Probably talk about poop some more.
yeah. Don't forget to follow all of our socials and Twitch accounts, YouTube's accounts, and accounts that you can follow and accounts that you can subscribe. Just do it. Just
Do a
do
motherfucker.
the bare minimum and just let us
Do a
know you're there.
motherfucker.
Join the discords if you want. We'll see you guys next week. Later, guys.
Mwah.